So look, it's 10:14 p.m. and it's December 17, 2025, yo. Let me be more specific again. When I was at this place called The Lamp, that was around Skid Row, it was a laundromat connected to a bathroom. They do free showers. On one particular day, a bunch of college kids was working with a team and they was helping out the homeless and they was handing out quarters and handing out change and giving out detergent packs and also giving out fabric softener to people and shit like that. The reason why they was doing that was because they was working with some type of team. I know this because I was talking to some of the college kids that was in that laundromat and they was giving like rolls of quarters to people and stuff like that. So it was some lady in there that was dark skinned, that was like kind of heavy, like a little bit heavier than, like, she wasn't petite, she wasn't skinny or petite, she was old enough to be my mom, she looked like. And she was just yelling and cussing to herself, yelling and cussing, yelling and cussing, yelling and cussing to herself. And I asked this one lady that was sitting on the right side of me, this Hispanic lady, I just asked her, I was like, what do you think she's on? And she told me, I don't know, I don't judge people, I've been judged myself, I don't judge anybody. And I was like, yeah, I'm not judging her, but I said, this lady, she didn't even look like she was high off weed. You know what I'm saying? Her eyes wasn't glossy. She didn't look like she was on fentanyl. She didn't look like she was on coke. She didn't look like she was shooting up. She didn't look like she was on crack. She didn't look like that she was even drunk. She didn't even smell like alcohol or beer or nothing like that. She was just yelling, going crazy, like talking to herself. But she was still mindful enough and respectful enough to walk past somebody and say, excuse me, sir. Excuse me, ma'am. You know what I'm saying? Or somebody gave her something. She was like, hello, how you doing? Thank you. And then she'll go right back to yelling and cussing. I was sitting down on this little area that's by the window in the laundromat, you know what I'm saying? And I kind of sort of was reclined back and I had my foot up, you know what I'm saying? One dude, I think this was probably a week before that. This is probably like the first week of living in Los Angeles, California. So this is probably between July 12th and July 18th of 2024. This one dude, caramel skinned dude, kind of stocky, look like he a little bit taller than me, old enough to be my pops, at least my pops, or even my granddad. He was at least in his 50s. And he walks in and say, hey, you don't want nobody running into your foot. You don't want nobody running to your foot, then you need to not be in the way. You need to not be in the way. And I guess, like, he was trying to provoke me because he was like, you can hear? You can hear? Can you hear? Like I'ma just be a bitch ass nigga and say, oh, yes, sir. After he just said you don't want people running into you, you need to not be in the way. So I just looked at him like, I thought that I was being punked. I thought somebody was recording the camera and they was going to prank me or something, because even if you run into me and I'm in the fault, like, who you think you talking? I'm a grown man, you know what I'm saying? So I came to the conclusion, I was like, man, there's a lot of people that come here all day, every day, that's crackheads. So this man probably work here, or he probably knows somebody that work here. And this is just probably how they talk to everybody around here. Because a lot of people that's on drugs, they make their home, you know, places like this area where I was at. They make their home, stuff like that. But it don't matter. You still ain't got no business disrespecting anybody. Flat out. So I'm speaking on this because if somebody has thrown some type of negativity on my name or said that I tried to spark up an argument or tried to fight some dude that was an OG, that meant a lot of people was in on it. Because when that dude said that, I just looked at him for a minute and I was like, all right, yo. I just nodded my head like, all right. And then moved my foot out the way. You know what I'm saying? My foot was moved out the way after he ran into me, but I sat up after that. You know what I'm saying? So if it's somebody stating that I was doing anything negative around that place called The Lamp, doing anything negative as far as insulting anybody, cussing anybody out, or if it's somebody saying that I was fucking somebody or having sex, I'm being lied on, and everybody is working as a team against me. Everybody that's related to each other by family or gang is working as a group team, working in one big group team effort against me to help maintain a lie, then accumulate more lies on top of me. You know what I'm saying? Because I know for a fact I've been lied on in the past. This is why it was times when I was at the tiny home shelter, I woke up out of my sleep and the person that'll be my roommate, I'd be like, yo, was there somebody standing over me? Why did I feel like I was talking in my sleep? People can spray something around you, yo. People can put some type of fumes next to your nose while you knocked out sleep. People could like just sprinkle some powdery stuff around you or spray something around you. You know what I'm saying? So it was times I woke up out of my sleep and I was like, yo, was this something happening while I was asleep? Was somebody standing over me? One particular time I actually heard myself while I was asleep saying, I heard like my roommate asking me something, and then I was like, I said something else, and he was like, oh, okay. And then when I woke up, I asked him, I was like, yo, what were you saying to me? He was like, oh, nothing, don't worry about it. See, stuff like that is the type of shit I don't trust, because I know for a fact that people can actually put something that's potent around you. You wouldn't know it. How would you know it? If you sleep, or if somebody put something in your food or your bottle of water, you wouldn't know shit. So this is why, if there's some video going around of something of like somebody talking to me in my sleep or anything like that, check my medical records. I guarantee you I either went to the doctor right after that or right before that around that time, because I kept going to the emergency rooms trying to get my urine and my blood tested to see if it was somebody that put something in my drink or my food or something like that. So again, when I first got to Los Angeles, California, I got to LAX, July 12, 2024. The first thing that I did was go to the LA mission, yo. I saw plenty of people walking around, yelling and cussing to themselves, talking to themselves. That was just the normalcy around Skid Row, especially in the homeless shelter. You know what I'm saying? July 12, 2024, I got there, and if it's somebody stating that I was doing anything at all, I'm being lied on, because I've been celibate since February 2022. I've been sober since February 2023. And practicing semen retention, meaning no masturbation, dog, for 2 years now, since November 2023. I still look at some of these, you know, models and these ladies and these Instagram models, but I don't be jacking off and nothing like that. So the whole point that I'm making is, people made up a lot of lies on me. And the last time I've stolen anything, I was a fucking teenager. I was around 17 years old the last time I stole. So the whole point I'm making is, September 2nd, 2024, I drank some NyQuil. I had a cold. I was at that picnic table outside before I went walking down the street on Slauson and Western, and I passed out while I was talking to these two Jehovah's Witnesses. So if anybody think that I'm lying, check the camera footage when I left my NyQuil sitting on that picnic table, because it's an outside area where everybody be sitting outside at. Because if you go inside that little dining area inside the testimonial shelter, I think you can eat your food there, but you cannot eat your food upstairs in the rooms or in the dorms and stuff. So a lot of people be eating their food outside. They don't be going in the lunchroom. They be eating their food outside, because you got to be in that lunchroom at a certain time. Because different groups of people come in there. They got a group of people that come into that lunchroom, and a lot of them be mentally ill and stuff like that. One lady told me the reason why you got to have go in there on a specific time is because it's a whole nother group of people that come in there that's considered way more high risk as far as being mentally ill goes. I was not a part of that high risk group, but one time I walked in that lunchroom late and they let me still eat lunch, and I ate lunch in there, but it was a lot of people in there that was like on the higher risk side of like having mental problems and stuff like that. You know what I'm saying? I could tell, because it was a lot of people in there that was like talking to themselves. It was some transgenders in there talking to themselves and all kind of stuff. So if somebody's trying to make it look like that I was in that section, I've been lied on and I've been framed. Again, when I was at that place called the Lamb, I think this is like the first week or the first month of living in Los Angeles, California. I think this is July 2024. If somebody is stating that I did anything negative, like cuss some lady out or do anything negative, that means a lot of people is working as a group to basically maintain a fucked up ass lie over my name, yo, flat out. And again, this lady was yelling and cussing at herself one day. This lady was short, dark skinned, kind of chubby, and I say she was probably like 5'7" or something like that. She was just yelling and talking to herself. I was even talking to the people that was like college kids that was working with the team that was helping people out, handing out quarters and detergent packs and stuff like that. And I even asked them, like, what y'all think she on? Because I ain't never seen nothing like this. That lady was not high. She didn't look high. I just thought she was psychologically unstable. Then I asked this one Hispanic lady that was sitting on the right side of me, and she was like, I don't know. I mean, I don't judge people. I've been judged myself. And I was like, yeah, I don't judge people neither, but I'm just curious on what she on, because this lady it looked like she in her right state of mind. But because she was mindful enough to still say excuse me to people and stuff like that, but she was just yelling and cussing to herself. And another thing, I brought up how in the summertime of 2013, August 2013, I walked in my room at the backyard barbecue. My cousin Jar threw a birthday party, and it was an unrolled condom in my room. It was an open condom in my room. Somebody unrolled a condom and it just left it sitting on my dresser in my room on West Chicago at Terry Street. This August 2013. I was just asking people, what do they think I should do about that? Should I leave it alone? When I first got to Los Angeles, California, my older cousin Michelle was like, yeah, you should just leave that alone. It's in the past, whatever. You know what I'm saying? But the point I'm making is, I brought that story up to this lady when I was at that place, at that laundromat. And her face kind of changed, and I just stopped talking to her about it because I felt like that I was bothering her or irritating her. And that was all I talked to her about as far as personal things goes. You know what I'm saying? I didn't get no deeper than that. And I also brought it up when I was at the library. It was this one dude, this short dude, dark-skinned dude. He said he was from New York. He had like cornrows and shit like that. And he told me a story that he told me he had a son, and he had like been through some stuff where, you know, a son of his or something like that went through stuff, but ain't nobody tell him about it. He just left it alone and let it go. One other dude that was out there talking to them niggas used to be out there smoking and drinking all the time. I never hit the blunt. I never hit the bottle. I was just out there talking to them niggas that used to be standing on the steps outside of the Los Angeles Library. One particular day, this one nigga say, you know. He just said, you know. And I just looked at him, what the fuck? Because I said, I don't really know what happened that day. I just think some type of lie got sparked up because I paid attention to how everybody shifted and acted toward me on social media. And he just looked at me and was like, you know what happened. That shit made me mad as fuck because I'm like, bro, you don't even fucking know me and I don't know shit. Fuck you talking to? I don't know. I literally don't know. You feel me? So If somebody come up to me and say, hey man, you be overthinking things, you be tripping. Ain't nobody recorded you at nighttime. Ain't nobody putting nothing in your food. Ain't nobody putting nothing in your drink. Ain't nobody spray around you. Ain't nobody putting no powdery stuff around you or sprinkling anything on your bed. Ain't nobody putting anything in your water bottle or any of the food that you ate. If anybody come forth to say that and they actually prove that, I could be like, all right, my bad, my apologies. But I truly believe that I've been recorded, I've been lied on, I've been defamed, and I've been manipulated in some type of a scandalous way. I truly believe that some people has actually came forward and then relied on somebody else to hack my phone and then make up more lies on me, yo. Again, I'm gonna say this again. September 2nd, 2024. Everybody went to the beach that was living at the testimonial shelter. I went over to the stove. You know what I'm saying? I didn't go to the beach. And I was just talking to a couple of Jehovah's Witnesses standing on the corner of Slauson and Western. You feel me? And I passed out. So before I passed out, I was sitting outside around the picnic tables of the testimonial shelter. So if anybody think that ain't nothing bad at all happened, they still got camera footage of that day. You know what I'm saying? So I left my NyQuil sitting on the table, and then I went in the bathroom and I went in there and took a piss. And then when I came out, you know what I'm saying, I went in there and took a piss, brushed my teeth, whatever, came out, drank 2 bottles of water. I ate some food, drank some bottles of water, went in there, took a piss, brushed my teeth, came out, drank some bottles of water, and took some of that NyQuil or whatever. You know what I'm saying? And that was it. So if ain't nobody put anything in that NyQuil that I was taking, you know what I'm saying? Because I had a cold. I caught a cold July 28, 2024. Right after July 28, 2024, because I got baptized July 28, 2024, yo. And then I caught a cold probably like the 29th or the 30th of July of 2024. And then it went away, and then it came back around like August, probably like 20 something or something like that. And I was taking cold medicine all the way up until early September 2024. And again, September 2nd, 2024, I passed out. The EMS came. I went to the Centinela Hospital and stuff, and they ran a bunch of tests on me, and all of the tests came back as negative for a seizure. They told me you did not have a seizure. Even the EMS drivers told me you did not have a seizure. They told me you just had the shakes from whatever your body was rejecting. So I truly believe that something was put in that NyQuil when I was in that bathroom. So if somebody spiked it, they can easily go back and look at the camera footage at that testimonial shelter and see. But now that I spoke on that, they probably try to get rid of the footage. So I said this before, I say it again. If it's somebody saying that I hit somebody and ran, or if I ran over somebody in the car, like everything that I've been speaking on in the last couple of weeks, everything been on camera, everything been on some type of footage. So there's no way somebody could tell a lie and then there not be no camera footage around. So the whole point that I'm making is if it's somebody upholding the lie and maintaining the lie, trying to make me look like some reckless driver or some shit, or somebody who hit somebody and kept going or something like that, that means it's somebody who just real lazy and not looking into it, or it's somebody who on the judicial side covering this kind of shit up. And when I speak about my family members looking like they've been cloned, yo, when I speak about me begging God, keep my siblings and my parents safe, healthy, alive, delivered and protected from evil and danger, because I realize they don't look the same. But it's a lot of people that's a part of certain organizations and stuff, brotherhoods and sisterhoods, fraternities and sororities, cliques, cults and gangs and stuff like that. They not going to tell on each other. As a matter of fact, they go uphold the lie more and maintain the lie even more. So the whole point I'm making is, yo, I've had some crazy, weird dreams as of lately. I understand the difference in just a crazy dream. Everybody had crazy dreams. But it's been things I've dreamed about because I'm part of the 144,000 Israelites. So it's still somebody pushing and promoting a slanderous outlook on me. And they're trying to basically weaponize people against me. They know the truth, but they're trying to make me look bad to a whole bunch of other people. And whoever's doing this is somebody who trying to stir up confusion and negativity with my family. Because at one point in time, I thought my whole family was doing me dirty in California. I think they were trying to help me out and reach out and tell me what was really going on. And they got attacked and got cloned, yo. So when I speak on this, everybody say, "Oh no, he a conspiracy theorist. Oh no, he a hypochondria. Oh hell no, he going through all kind of crazy fucked up shit." But the whole point I'm making is, I truly believe as of lately, some type of video been uploaded or something of me saying something crazy in my sleep. One time, you know how you turn your back on somebody, then they hurry up and do something when you turn your back. When I was in Tiny Home Unit number 30, when I had got up and walked up out of there, and I saw like my roommate doing something like that, and I didn't really think much of it. But yo, people can put stuff around you, yo. This is why I said, hey, I woke up out of my sleep. I thought something negative happened. I thought it was somebody in this shelter. I thought it was somebody in this unit. Did you have somebody in here? Did you record me? I'd have said that to even family members of mine when I was at the Regal Towers. I said that to my auntie. I asked my auntie about this. I even spoke on this to people at the shelter. So I said, okay, if I'm overthinking it, cool. I could come back and say, I apologize. I was wrong for everything. I'm sorry for everything. I was overthinking that, I was paranoid, whatever. You know what I'm saying? I could come back and do that. But I know now that I'm not just overthinking stuff when I look at how people don't look the same in my family and stuff like that, yo, unfortunately. So, the whole point I'm making is, I think at some point in time, somebody recorded me while I was like sleep or halfway sleep and talking in my sleep. And they tried to make it look like that I just be always doing that kind of shit. And the only way that I truly believe that if I was talking in my sleep and being recorded, somebody put something in my food or my water. It was a lot of times I didn't trust that shit. So I used to go get food from other places, or maybe somebody just sprayed something around me while I was asleep, or just put something up under my nose that was, you know, potent enough for me to just inhale for a small amount of time for about 5 minutes, pull out their phone and record me, yo. I'm telling you. That's why I got videos on my YouTube, me waking up out of my sleep asking what's been going on, you feel me? So the whole point that I'm making is, man, it's 10:29 p.m. No, December 17, 2025. I just wanted to be more clear about everything that's been going on. Because if it's somebody saying that I was cussing somebody out at the LA mission or something, or if I was fucking somebody, I wasn't doing that. You know what I'm saying? I've been the same exact way. And if it's a video of somebody actually engaging in a sexual act with me, it's absolutely no way I was conscious in California. You know what I'm saying? That's a lookalike, somebody acting like me. That's the only way. There's a lookalike acting like me. Because if it's somebody engaging in some type of a sexual act with me and I'm unconscious, that means somebody drugged my food or raped me in my sleep. It's that simple, yo. It's AJ.